Hello everyone, I'm Himanshu Goyal, a master student at IIT Madras. Me, along with Professor K.S. Swarup, who is a professor at Electrical Department of IIT Madras, have developed cyber physical system enabled smart grid based optimal controller placement technique. In this, what we do is we consider the smart grid as a cyber physical system and we model a routing algorithm for the system. We then use the routing algorithm to place a controller on the system. So these are the contents of our presentation. Over here, the first three, cyber physical system and smart power grids, wide area protection and control, communication and network. We will be defining the system of power smart grids, problem definition, minimizing the minimum delay, congestion in communication line, choosing controller position are the problem formulations. Case study, we have considered an IEEE 24 bus system. Output and results, cyber physical system modeling, load not met in contingency conditions are the output and results of our simulation. Finally, we'll be providing conclusion and future work, and finally the references. Starting with the cyber physical system and smart grid, cyber physical systems are the systems which have strong interaction between cyber world and physical world. So over here we have a cyber world. So it will be sending an actuation signal to my physical world through an actuator such as circuit breakers or isolators. The physical world will then be sensing the parameters, the physical parameters, and will be sending it back to the cyber world. The physical world can be sensed by our PMUs, micro PMUs, smart meters, and all those things. The key enablers of CPS and smart grids are smart meters, phasor measurement units, and data aggregators. As we know that the phasor measurement units are being integrated in our grids, which provide a high resolution data, and the phasor measurement units can generate data up to 60 frames per second, which is a very good visibility of the power network. So if we have a good quality of communication network, quality of service based communication network, we can implement applications such as low voltage load shedding, voltage and frequency regulation, automatic bus transfer using a centralized control center. Also, we can implement IIoT technologies such as machine learning, M2M, cyber security, and so on. A communication network in a cyber physical energy system can generally be divided into three layers. The first one is home area network, which will consist of the smart meters. The second one is neighborhood area network, which will consist of relays that will pass on the information received by the smart meters. Finally, is the wide area network. The wide area network will be present at the primary substation and will contain the PMU information, which will be transmitted to the control center. We can see that the power system is generally unidirectional, whereas the communication line is bidirectional in nature. Problem definition. So we will be dealing with the wide area network part of the smart grid communication network. In this, we'll be finding the shortest route between any two nodes in the power system. So if we are assuming that the nodes are connected by wired communication network and we'll be finding a shortest route between any two nodes, then we'll be using that shortest route to find a optimal controller placement. A centralized controller position has to be found out using the routing algorithm. Then we'll be testing it in IEEE 24 bus system under communication line contingencies. So multiple cascaded communication line contingencies will be created and the loss of load will be compared. As you can see, we can consider buses 3 and 24 as a common node in the communication network, as they are situated in the same substation. We can also assume that the transmission lines carry the communication lines, and thus the topology is similar to power network. So we can represent it as GLN, where L is the number of lines and N is the number of nodes, and we can minimize it using the objective minimization function, where Wi represents the delay associated with each line. Xij is the lines that need to be activated to connect node 1 to all other nodes, node 2 to all other nodes, and so on. Congestion in communication line. So it might be possible that assuming that node 1 is my source node, and it needs to connect node 324 and node 15. So in order to do that, it might use this line twice, but it also might be possible that this line can only be used once. So it has a limited bandwidth and it can be used either for 15 or for 324. So in that case, that problem also needs to be addressed. So this problem formulation addresses that. So CI is the maximum number of times a line can be used. So from the routing optimization problem, we can get the average delay, standard deviation, and maximum minimum delay associated with each controller position. So if node 1 is considered as a controller, how it is connected to all other nodes, all other individual nodes in the circuit, and so on. So we can minimize that. A node degree is basically how many number of nodes it is connected to. So if node 1 is connected to node 2 and 3, so the node degree will be 2. And we can minimize this using this minimization objective function. We can limit the controller to 1, and yeah, and suitable trade-off factors mu1, mu2, mu3 can be given in order for the minimization. So in our case study, we have considered IEEE 24 bus system. The simulation is carried out in MATLAB with Mosaic solver. So nodes with node degree higher than 2 are considered as a source node, as the controller is placed on the source node and the controller shouldn't get isolated in n-2 contingency. Minimum delay from source to all other nodes is found using routing algorithm, and the controller position is defined. So over here, this table, we can see that in order to transfer high speed information external to substation, it needs to be done within 12 milliseconds. So that would be our target delay. So over here we have the output and results with the IEEE 24 bus system of the routing optimization problem. So we can see that nodes 9, 11, 10, 12, 13, 16, and 23 can be suitable controller positions, as the maximum minimum delay associated with each node is below 12 milliseconds, which will be used for transferring protection information, high speed protection information. So maximum minimum delay means if I have node 1 and the maximum delay to transfer this information is, let's say, at node 22. So these are the farthest away delays. So that will be minimum. In order to model the smart grid as a cyber physical system, initially what we do is we create a communication line contingency or a communication line failure. Uh, we assume that the communication line failure can be due to a cyber attack such as a DDoS attack or a man in the middle attack, but we assume that the attack is being identified and the communication line is being isolated because of that. The second case can be due to a physical fault. When a physical fault occurs, it can be assumed that the communication line trips and the communication line is out of the system. We then use that. We then find the minimum path delay from the source node to all other individual nodes. So excluding the communication line that has been failed, we find if the controller is able to reach all other nodes. Finally, we find the isolated nodes, the nodes which are isolated due to the contingency in the communication lines. So, and then we run the DCOPF equations excluding the isolated node. So in case there is contingency and a node is isolated because of that, we exclude that node from our physical system and we perform the DCOPF equations, DCOPF analysis. So it is assumed that the isolated node will not draw or inject any power, and we consider 100 contingencies for each contingency condition. So for like n-1 contingency, that means when one communication line is failing, we consider 100 contingencies. When two communication line are failing, we consider 100 contingencies, and so on. So finally, the effect of the load, how much load is shed due to the contingencies, is observed. Load not met under contingency condition, we can see that node 9 and node 10 perform well under cascaded communication line contingency. We can see that only node 9 nodes are isolated under n-5 contingency, and 1100 megawatt of power is load is shed under n-5 contingency, which is significantly less than other nodes, other source nodes. So we can say that node 9, which was the optimal controller placement output, is good for the controller position. Finally, concluding the paper, we propose a routing algorithm for the communication network considering the communication delay and transmission line congestions. We use this algorithm to identify an optimal location in IEEE 24 bus system and generate a objective function for that. So the controller was shown to reduce the communication delay below standards. The standard was 12 milliseconds, so the controller was able to transfer information below 12 milliseconds. The performance of the system was checked under multiple communication line contingency considering different nodes, and it was finally observed that the controller would perform well under cascaded communication contingencies. So the model can further be improved by considering other factors such as load importance, information criticality, load and generation distribution across nodes. Multiple controllers can also be implemented, as in case one controller fails, the other can take on. The power system model can be made more accurate by taking ACOPF model. The assumption made that the isolated node doesn't inject or draw any power can also be improved. The communication delay is considered constant, whereas in reality it would follow certain probability distribution. Finally, these are the references.